Here we go. Good. Thank you, Devon. So I'm Wendy Burger. I'm based in South Africa, as most of you would know. And I support the Giving Circle on the back end operational side of things. And we've got Devon today helping at the back end of the call. He's helping with recording and anything it might need technical support tonight or this morning, your morning, my evening. And we've got three mentors who have joined us today, Procedure, Sunga and Racheal, and they're going to talk to us about mentorship, the power of mentorship and creative expressions as a tool. Just some basic housekeeping before I hand over to our lovely mentors is we ask you to keep yourself on mute throughout the call, except at the question and answer time. You're welcome to keep your camera on or take it off. It doesn't matter. Our mentors will keep their cameras off because it helps with their network. And if we do lose a mentor, we'll carry on and they will join us again when the network reconnects. If you got fun stuff, if you like something that's been said, please chat. Use the chats, send emojis, comments, questions. We welcome that. And after the mentors have had their discussion, we'll open up for question and answers. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for being on the call. Over to you, Sunga. Please introduce yourself. What club do you support? Where are you based? How long have you been with the Giving Circle? Great. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Hi, Wendy. Thank you very much for the platform and good evening, everyone. As Wendy said, my name is Sunga Mwila and I am based in Livingstone. I have been with the Giving Circle Mentorship Club since 2013 when I started, but I actually started mentoring 3 years ago. And I am with the YY Creative Village Girls right here in Livingstone. Thank you, Wendy.
Hi everyone. I am Mentor Procedure. I am with Girls Time Club in Victoria Falls, Zimbabwe. And I've been with the Global Surgeons as a mentor since 2016. But I have known the work that Global Surgeons is doing since 2014 because I was a girl once in a workshop that was organized by the Global Surgeons Giving Circle. And I do what I do because I've personally witnessed that impact in my own life of having a mentor, and in different aspects of my life, I've had mentors and it has helped me played a pivotal role in my life, leading to where I am today. Thank you so much. Over to you, Racheal.
Hi, everyone. My name is Racheal and Sunga. I'm a mentor for Believe Girls Club, Livingstone. I have been a mentor for, I think this is my 5th year now. I've been with the Giving Circle from 2018. I love the Mentorship Club. I have been with the girls for 5 years now. I've seen girls come and go, and it's been a very empowering journey. It's something I've fallen in love with. Yeah, so I have fallen in love with mentoring and working with the girls. Thank you.
Yeah, so we would love to discuss or share with you a bit about what is the power of mentorship according to our experience, according to what we have seen working with girls and young women in our communities. Every person, I think that every person needs a mentor. Having a mentor actually helps someone to see this is on a general view. Having a mentor actually changes, it promotes positive development in any person, and it changes the way that person views themselves, brings up their potential, their abilities, as they are encouraged by their mentor, and they're enabled to function at their best as they work towards the best version of themselves. So anyone who gets an opportunity to have a mentor, they can go further. It makes a whole difference. It creates an atmosphere for growth. So on a general view, I think that is the power of mentorship. It changes, it makes a whole difference in one that has gotten mentorship and one that has not gotten mentorship. There is a whole difference. And then when it comes to mentorship in our club, because this was just from a general point of view, from how I see it, but mentorship in our clubs is something that is so powerful. Our communities are characterized by single parenting, where families, there's only one parent in a family, child-headed families, unavailable parents because of migrating to look for other opportunities, illiteracy and poverty. There is a lot of that in our communities. And so mentorship is something that is highly needed. It's coming in a very way it's most needed. And because there is so much potential in young people, there's so much creativity, there's so much ability that needs to be harnessed. So we are using mentorship to harness those potentials that are in all our girls and our boys from our communities to ensure that they are functioning at their best. Our girls and our boys develop confidence, self-confidence, self-esteem, leadership skills. As they come to our clubs, we do different activities to develop self-confidence in girls, to develop self-esteem, to develop leadership in girls, to give them skills that can allow them to be able to be self-dependent, to make their own decisions. For example, there is a girl that is in the picture. She's been in our clubs. Her name is Pamela. You can see a picture there. You can see a picture that's in the center there. We were in a club and we were still doing a club at a school. And we had visitors on that day, and she was, because of the different activities that we continue to do, she developed love for speaking. She developed that potential to say, I think I love to write maybe poems, to write some essays and present them. And that has continued to build her confidence. From where we started with her when she was in Form 2, she went on to write her Form 4, which is grade 11 or grade 12, and she did so well. She came up with flying colors. She went on to go to the next level of education, and she has continued. Now she's waiting to go to university, which is something that is not common in our communities because of the kind of environment that these girls are growing in. But because of mentorship, because of that opportunity to be in a girl time club, this girl has testified that because I have been in these clubs, my life has changed tremendously. She is now writing stories with one of the local writing where they write stories for news and they put them out. Journalism is something that she's gotten so interested in. So we think that because she has been, and she also testified that because she has been mentored, she has been guided and helped and supported through the clubs, she has developed to be where she is now. And then on the side, there's Angel Nube. This is also a younger girl who is only in Form 3 now. She joined us a year or two ago. And we have had a journey of 1 or 2 years with her. But the impact of a mentorship has been so much in her life. When she came to the club, she was someone who loved, who showed even that she can take leadership. And we harnessed that potential. We continued to train her how to lead, give her opportunities to lead. And in the same last year at school, she was chosen to be a prefect. And the same last year, she went on to apply to join the junior parliament. And now she's one of the junior parliamentarians from her school, representing our province. So every opportunity that these girls are getting at the space to get mentored, we actually, it helps them. It helps for them to have someone who encourages their talent, to say, you know what, you can do this. If you want to be this, if you want to do this, you can be whatever you want to be. And we think that a more confident girl would really fall into early teenage pregnancy or into drug abuse and things like that, which we don't want. We are trying to ensure that girls can be self-dependent, girls can be educated so that they can be able to stand for themselves, do well at school. We encourage academic excellence, we encourage developing a skill so that someone can be able to stand on their own, be self-dependent, make choices that are informed, be able to stand on their own, be able to be happy about their life. Thank you so much. I think that's what I can just share in a nutshell about the power of mentorship, the work that we're doing with girls in our community. Thank you so much. Over to you, Racheal and Sunga.
Thank you, Procedure, for that. I think just to add on what Procedure says, I strongly believe that the power of mentorship lies in the ability to nurture and empower individuals. In this case, I would say the girls, in that we're able to help them unlock their potential and also achieve their goals. And through the guidance that we as mentors are able to provide, the support and inspiration we give them, we're able to make a very significant difference in their lives, which leads to their personal growth as well as their enhanced confidence and hope for a bright future. Some of the key notes I can highlight on is how mentorship is able to help increase their self-awareness. And I think there can't be any self-awareness if there's no self-identity. And here in our communities where we are, girls are exposed to so many dangerous vices, and there's just a lot of confusion in who a girl child is. Most of the girls are just copying what they see on the internet. Parents are too busy to guide them, trying to provide for the children at home. Teachers are concentrating on the marks and everything. So the girls are left on their own to take care of themselves and their young siblings, and they just don't have any guidance. So at least through the mentorship that we provide in our safe spaces, we're able to help the girls identify their strengths and also their areas of improvement, whether it be in classwork or their hobbies or just talking about their career pathway. And we're able to support them in setting up realistic goals, which helps to foster self-discovery and enable them to understand their values, their passions, as well as their aspirations. We are also able to provide motivation and inspiration. As mentors, we act like role models to these girls, because like I say, they don't have anyone to look up to in their community. So through our support and encouragement, we're able to boost their confidence and as well as their motivation. And when we share our stories, our failures as mentors and our success, we are able to demonstrate to the girls that obstacles can be overcome, which helps them actually forge on and try to do better. And lastly, I think our mentorship doesn't just last with the girls when they're in the clubs. Even after they graduate, there is a lasting impact in that it extends beyond the period we are with them. The knowledge that they gain, the skills they gain, and their perspectives just have a lasting impact in their lives as well as in their families as they are able to share. And we have so many stories coming from the teachers and the parents and guardians who are always able to testify, say, no, we're seeing our children are changing, which is also changing the lives of the parents as well as the lives of the siblings. So I think all in all, mentorship has a lot of power to change not just the lives of the girls, but the lives of the families and community, and just change perspectives of families as well as break the cycle of poverty. Thank you. Over to you, Racheal.
So I'm just going to basically add on to what Procedure and Sunga has said. So for us, for Belief, we look at power of mentorship. It is so powerful in the sense of education. If you look at how education, the more we promote education with our girls, the more we're breaking the cycle of poverty in our communities. So we try to provide whatever we can in our clubs, books. We try to provide pens, pencils, things that people seem to find simple, but for us, they're actually significant, because making sure that the girl has everything apart from just talking, making sure she has those simple things that she needs so that she can achieve her goals to one day become who she wants to be. We try to promote education as well in our clubs. I've come to realize, spending so much time with the girls of 5 years, that everyone needs a mentor. Every single one of us, if we think about our lives, we have someone that we look up to. We either have someone who we want to be. We've had someone that we follow their footsteps. We look at their lives every single day and we wish, oh, I want to achieve and to be like that person. So we provide that for the girls. We are their role models. We are people that they look up to. If we work hard at our education, the girls work hard at their education. If they see us smoking or drinking, I'm just giving an example, that's what they're going to be. So when it comes to education, whatever we are doing, we're pushing our girls to work hard as well. Also, safe spaces. We provide safe spaces as well. We are providing a place where they can come, be themselves. We mentor them. We are mentoring them and making them comfortable enough to talk to us. Mentorship is so powerful in the sense that whatever you're feeding the girls, that's what the girls are going to take home. Either the boys or the girls, they're going to take home and they're going to believe in you. So when you're providing a safe space, you are keeping their secrets. For example, someone comes to you, they tell you something that is so private. You as a mentor, you keep it to yourself, they trust you. So mentorship is like a safe space as well. It's so powerful in the sense that someone knows no matter what I'm going through, I have either Auntie Procedure, Auntie Sunga, Auntie Racheal that I can go to, and they'll provide for me a safe space. We also help them gain their confidence through these mentorship clubs. Mentorship has been helping our girls become confident. If you look at some of the girls that we've been with, we started with them maybe from grade 8 and now they're in grade 12. You'll be surprised how someone has just grown and become so confident. Before, they wouldn't even look up during a club meeting. They would never participate. Now, all of a sudden, somebody wants to stand up, lift their hand. They want to start controlling everything in the club. You literally have to tell them, no, let other people do it. So it's amazing because we're seeing our girls grow. They're becoming confident, which means that mentorship is very powerful because it changes a person. It can either break them or it can actually make them a confident person. So, and then we are also helping the girls discover themselves. The power of mentorship is so strong in the sense that if someone doesn't know their talents when they join the club, for example, they don't know that they're a good speaker. Through the mentorship, we're there to help them. We encourage them. The girls grow, they start to speak up, they find their talent, either they're musicians, they're whatnot, they find themselves in our clubs. Mentorship is very, very powerful. And it helps even the girls become more self-dependent. we have, for example, girls maybe who don't do well in school. They come to discover that maybe school is not for them, but they can work on other things like building a skill. They become entrepreneurs. We have a few girls who've changed direction to say, oh, maybe I'm not meant to be a doctor. Maybe I can do something else to make sure that I can sustain myself and my family. Through this mentorship, we're helping our girls discover themselves, and at the end of the day, build a skill and become self-dependent. Looking at the communities that we are coming from, there's a lot of poverty. So when we provide this mentorship programs, we're helping the girls stay away from bad things, like hanging out with bad crowds. Maybe instead of going out on the weekend, drinking alcohol, they are with us. They're having fun, they are laughing with their friends. It's like they are protected from all the evil vices that the world has to give out. We also helping up the parents, because sometimes in our communities, I don't know about you guys, in our communities, it's very difficult for parents to come out and tell their children and talk about things like sex, talk about things like teenage pregnancies. So it's like a taboo, looked at like a taboo. So we are there in these communities to provide information, right information, true information to the girls. Instead of them hearing it from their friends, getting wrong information, we are there to talk to them and advise them on things that maybe their parents couldn't talk to them about because they are ashamed or because they believe it's a taboo. Yeah, so I believe in the power of mentorship, and I've come to see it in the past 5 years. And I've also come to appreciate having a mentor. I have a mentor, and it's really amazing. When I have a problem, I know who I can talk to. I know who I can call. Denise is my mentor. I call Denise when I have a problem. So it's really amazing, and mentorship is very powerful. Thank you. Over to you, Procedure.
Okay, we've lost Procedure, so we're going to move on to the next mentor. Sunga, do you want to speak?
Yes, Wendy, sure, no problem. Yeah, I would just like to talk about Veronica. I think she's there in the picture in the slide that Wendy is sharing. So Veronica joined our club 3 years ago when she was 13 and in grade 8. And the father was very skeptical about all this thing about mentorship, what it is and what it's doing to my daughter and everything, and was so strict. He actually had to drive her personally, make sure that she was at the club and pick her up, because he wasn't sure of what we were teaching her. And she was very shy when she started. She didn't know what she was supposed to do. Can I draw? Can I do this? Because us at YY, we use art as a tool of mentorship. So whatever we teach the girls, we try to encourage them to express themselves creatively, either through any discipline of art. It could be drawing, crafts, and all that stuff. And Veronica was one girl who wasn't sure what she wanted to do. She loved drawing and she loved singing, but her father was very skeptical because he wanted her to be a doctor or something like that. But through our mentorship, we talked to her about confidence, self-awareness, and everything like that, and encourage her to just realize her full potential, express herself freely in whichever way. And that's one good thing about our safe spaces, because we create a safe space in which the girls and boys are able to experiment safely without fear of being ridiculed or criticized negatively. And so they're able to try out different things. When it fails, we help them handle their failure, and when it succeeds, we embrace them and celebrate together as a group. So Veronica started slowly singing, and at first her friends were laughing at her and everything. But one time when we had the creative contest for last year, she just gathered her courage and said, I'm going to sing this song. And it was very impressive for us to just see her confidence, because she was very shy at first, and whenever her friends would laugh at her, she would feel very bad and walk out of the classroom. But she was like, this is what I want, and I've learned that I have to stand up for what I want through this club, and I'm going to do this. So last year she entered the creative contest. She sang an opera song, and in the expression category, she came out the first. And in the photo that you're seeing, that's her with the mother, the father, and the siblings. The father couldn't believe that the daughter could win, he looked at the certificate and the gift and was like, is this really my daughter? Are you saying what she's doing is actually, she can actually make a living, like other people can appreciate it and she can do this? It was just very good, very exciting for us as mentors to see the light that's just shown up on their house. Just the parents realizing that their daughter is capable of doing more, and that they also need to encourage her to be the best of herself and not let her sit on her talents because they want something else for her. And so that's one of the powers that mentorship has, in that it makes the girls realize their full potential. In the communities, they are limited to a number of careers, and I'm going to be this and this and that, and that's what they just focus on. But then we help the girls realize how unique they are and just blossom, you know, like flowers, they just blossom and become bright, and just tell them, try out different things and see which one fits in best for you. Don't just be this because your father is this and then say, okay, my father is a doctor, I'm also going to be a doctor. But try to experiment and see what you're good at. And so through our clubs, we're able to help the girls learn to experiment, express themselves. They're able to make mistakes, support each other, as well as realize their potential. Yeah. Thank you, Wendy.
Great, thanks, Sunga. Procedure's back. Do you want to take on your turn, Procedure?
Okay, thank you, Wendy. Yes, so the creative contest is actually one of the tools also that we use in empowering our girls and boys in our clubs. We use it at Girls Time Club because it gives us a platform. It gives the girls a platform to get creative, to move out of their comfort zone, to find out, ask themselves, what is it that I am good at? What can I do? Already knows their talent. It can help them develop that talent, be it in art, be it in essay writing, be it in craft making. And this actually builds confidence. It helps someone to even have an identity, to identify him or herself in a certain way. And for us, we support them, we support the different talents, know that this is a talent that is worth celebrating, and that ability to shine, that possibility to, that knowledge that there's something special about me, I am special, I can do whatever I put my mind to do, I can do it, I'm special and I can be celebrated. So the creative is actually a very important tool, an important part of our programs that we do in our Girls Time Club, because it gives us that time where we take time to help them in the different, someone will say, I want to try to do this, I think I love to do art, but maybe so they keep trying, and maybe a story of maybe Nokutenda before Lisbeth, you can see on that picture, just in our recent creative contest, she came with a poem that she wrote, and the first time she did it, she was not as confident, she was shy. Second time herself, find her voice, shine, just express herself in a better way. And then Lisbeth there, she did a craft skills development, where we do some sewing, a very great interest in sewing and knitting. And we encourage her, we continue to encourage her. And last year, she did win for her craft that she she had done. So this actually encourages them. It even encourages her, even now at home, they are actually doing these bags, and she's said showing off her work to just say, this is my work, this is what I do. It gives a girl that voice, it gives her that sense of worth, sense of I'm special, I can do whatever I want to do, which is what we are looking out for. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Wendy. Over to Racheal.
Hi. So from the pictures there, you can see some of our past winners and the impact it's had on their lives. So that's Violet. Violet comes from a small part of Livingstone called Ngwenya. So this part of Livingstone, this is where women, I don't know if anyone has ever heard of it, but women crush stones and they sell them. So it's a part of Livingstone that is poverty stricken. It is a small part, it is full of what they call junkies, we call them thugs. And where Violet comes from, it's her parents, both of her parents are not working, and she's had to survive through her parents doing the same job of crushing stones. But Violet was one of our first winners for the creative contest. When Violet joined the club, she was not confident. She was looked down by the school when we joined it at St. Peter's. They kept saying a lot of bad things about her. But when she joined the club, it really changed her. She became a different person. Violet then decided to be one of the people who contested in the creative contest, and she won the overall. And Violet says it really changed her life afterwards. She wrote her grade 12, didn't do very well, but we encouraged her with Gloria. She went back, she rewrote some of the papers that she didn't do well in, and she passed. And Violet is currently a first-year student at Livingstone Nursing School. We are so proud of Violet. She was telling us that the contest really changed her life, that even if she was told to sing in front of a crowd, she just stands up and sings without any fear. The contest grew her confidence. She came to discover that she can do anything and anything is possible. So the creative contest can actually change lives, and it has actually changed some of the lives of our girls who've participated. It has helped them to discover some of their talents. She also makes covers for songs. Just after doing the creative contest, it really changed her and it helped her. And she also got a phone. She got a phone. By then they were giving out a package for phones, and it helped the whole family because the whole family didn't have a phone. Her mom and dad was so excited. They had a phone, and the phone was a touch screen phone. The dad had I don't know if you know them, those small button phones, polyphonic phone. So it was so exciting that she brought in something in the home, and she actually gave her dad that phone. She never got to use it. She was excited to give her parents, and her parents were so proud of her holding that certificate, receiving that prize. It's exciting for the parents because then they know that their kids are discovering who they are, and they're able to through their discovery, they know that their skills will be built, and then they will be able to take care of themselves. So the creative contest has had so much impact on our girls' lives. You should see how excited they become when they hear that the contest is on. They're so excited, they keep asking. Everyone wants to show off their talents. That's also the one next to Violet is Mavis. Mavis won in 2020 during COVID. She's also now in university. Mavis was also very shy, but when she took part in the creative contest, she came out. Mavis rarely speaks, but then because of the club and the mentorship, and when the contest comes through, she's always excited to participate and to help out. It has been something that has really changed the girls' lives. It's something that helps build the skill that they have. It also helps them discover who they are. It's been amazing for them because every single year people discover who they are, what they're capable of doing. Even just the idea of winning, anything that you win in life makes you feel excited. It makes you feel seen. It makes you helps you grow your confidence. just knowing that someone who doesn't know you voted for you and thought you are this amazing person, you have this special talent that, you know, among us, let's say, even if it's 5 people, if someone is able to recognize you and to see you, it's something that is amazing. So the creative contest has had so much impact on our girls' lives. It may look small, but it's actually changing them. This is something that they're going to show off, even wherever they'll go. Their certificate is something that they're going to keep telling, even their kids. They'll keep telling them, when I was young, I won this contest. I still remember some of the things I did when I was young, and I keep telling my kids about it. So I know even with them, they'll keep carrying it with them. It's something that is going to keep changing and impacting their lives. Yeah. So thank you so much. Over to you, Procedure.
Actually, I think we're ready to do some question and answers. That was a really great presentation. Thank you so much, Racheal, Procedure, and Sunga. My apologies. Procedure's line is so problematic that she's dropped off again. It's very sad because she was telling some really amazing stories. Do anyone have some questions for our mentors, for Paige or Sunga?
This is Paige. Can I can I make some comments and then ask a question?
Sure, go ahead.
First of all, hello to Sunga, Procedure, and Racheal, amazing mentors. I love you all. And I just want to say that you and the other mentors are making the difference in these kids' lives. And your work will carry on in all the girls and boys that you have impacted. And we can't thank you enough for the amazing work you're doing. So just want to really emphasize that. And just if you guys can talk about a little bit about the challenges that you face. Some of the things that are really challenging for you as mentors.
Racheal, do you want to answer that?
Hi, Wendy. Hi, everyone. So some of the challenges that we face as mentors is, I guess, providing a safe environment. Like, you know, sometimes the community misunderstands our girls, and it's very challenging to stand up for every girl. Like for some of us, like standing up for the girls and talking, being a mentor is a natural thing. So we face challenges in the community itself, because the community looks at a girl and expects a girl to just be a woman in the kitchen and have babies. Yeah, and then another challenge that we face is sometimes the girls, when they join the club, they really don't know what we are about. They're scared. They struggle to open up. They have a wrong idea, but as they keep warming up to us and the club, they start changing. But a challenge that we face is having the girls open up, like just, you know, be themselves. First of all, you have like 2 to 3 months of girls just quiet, observing you, watching you, trying to figure you out. But once they warm up, it becomes amazing, and everyone starts understanding each other and everyone starts speaking. But otherwise, when we just start, every year when we start, it's always challenging, because now you have to figure out, how am I going to break the ice? How am I going to make this one comfortable? How am I going to make this one maybe to participate more? What am I going to do for this one who's got a problem? Because each and every one of them wants attention. Each and every one of them comes with a problem. Sometimes you have issues from home. You don't know what to do. You don't know who to call. Yeah. But otherwise, all in all, because of supporting each other, I have Gloria. In case of anything, we figure out things together. But there are a lot of challenges that we also face. We face sometimes you find that the child lies and says they were still at the club when they were not, when they had already left. So now you have to sit down with the child and the parents to explain to them, to say, no, this is the time we knock off and all that stuff. So like for that, me and Gloria came up with an idea where we have a group for the parents on WhatsApp. So every single time their daughters knock off, we are done with the programs, we always write on the club, on the group, WhatsApp group, just to make sure that at least we are protected as well. Thank you, Paige.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
Sunga, do you have anything you'd like to add to Racheal's feedback?
Yes, I think for us, another constraint is time, in that most of the girls in fact, all the girls we have, except for the alumni, are going to school, and you find that they leave school quite late, like 16 hours in the afternoon, and then they have to go for tuitions. So we can only meet them on a Saturday, but then there's also conflict there because the parents want them to be home and do chores and attend to other businesses. So sometimes we are working on maintaining effective communication, because the parents have also seen that the program is beneficial for the children, but then they also need them at home to help around with chores, not like the whole week they're not around. So that's one of the challenges we face. Another challenge is mismatched expectations. We realized, like for me, when I started mentoring, I realized that I was making it too personal. Because I thought, okay, the children need this and this and this and that, which was true, but then they also had other things that they were experiencing, and their issues that they wanted to be discussed. So at least with time now, we are learning to match our expectations. So at the beginning of every quarter, we discuss with the children, the girls, so this is what we have planned, but what exactly would you like us to talk about? Because sometimes we realize that we were talking about things that were important, but not really urgent in the lives of the girls, because they were going through certain things. So at least now involving the girls in the planning helps them actually feel as they're part of the club. It makes them feel the ownership and be more responsible, thinking, okay, this is for us, instead of us just going there with our own topics, because that's what we are seeing in the community. And another thing I can talk about is also generational or cultural differences. We have girls coming from different schools and different homes and everything, and then we just like lump them up in one room, and they have all these different perspectives about life, different myths about certain topics and everything. So sometimes when you're navigating certain topics, like you really have to be careful so that you don't make the kids start disrespecting their parents, because in our culture, there are a lot of taboos that the kids are taught. To protect them, they're not told the truth. They just say, don't do this, otherwise this will happen. And now the girls come with all these confused theories in their heads. And when you're teaching them something, they're like, but we were told this and that. So we are just learning to be very careful how we navigate the generational and cultural differences, so that the girls just learn to be confident and learn how to express themselves, but at the same time maintain the respect of the families where they come from, as well as what they are taught at school. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Sunga. Thank you, Racheal, for your answers. Does anybody else have a question for either Racheal or Sunga, or both of them?
I just want to say I am increasingly impressed with our mentors, and Procedure, Sunga and Racheal, thank you so much for giving us all the information that you've given us. And the fact that you are giving confidence to your girls in your group is so exemplified by the confidence you bring when you present as well. And I just also want to say how much I've learned from Racheal. Yes, I'm her mentor, but she's also mine in terms of, learning what is happening in the clubs and some of the issues that she's dealing with and the girls are dealing with. And I'm just so impressed every day with what I see going on. One of my questions, and I know that this is something that Racheal and I have talked about, is it seems like the mission of our clubs is to help them gain confidence and help them learn opportunities that are available to them. One of the things that I am wondering is especially for Sunga, because Racheal and I have talked about this, and I wish Procedure was on, but how are you helping and working with the girls that want to go on to higher education, but are running into, and I'm not talking just about college, but it could be technical school, anything like that. How are you helping them or helping them find financial ways to make that happen so that they can go on to higher education?
Yeah, thank you for the question. For us as YY Creatives Red Girls, since I started mentoring, I have about 5 girls who completed high school, and they're in between in their gap year. So for me, I keep constant communication with them. Some actually left town, 2 are out of town, and the other 3 are here. So we keep in touch. Whenever I see any forms of application, whether school opening or bursaries and everything, I just try to keep in touch with them. I send them the links. Can you read through this? Is it something you're interested in? And every now and then we're able to meet, because some have started doing small works around town where they're able to earn a little bit of money, saving up for college as well as helping at home. So they're not able to make it for the normal meetings every Saturday. So we always get to find time at least once every month. We get to meet somewhere, we just have a drink and then talk what's going on now. So what has helped me is knowing exactly what they want to do. They've told me, no, I want to study this and that. And then we've looked at options. What's option 1, option 2, option 3? Which one is the best school? When are they applying? And all the things like that. And when they save up a little money, like one girl, we just recently finished her application to college and she's been accepted for 2024 intake. So we had to look at her options, what she wanted, and then sit together. And then through the money she earned doing some commission works, we're able to buy an application form, and we applied online and she got accepted, though the family say they have no funds to send her to college. So we are looking at alternatives so that come 2024, she'll be able to go to school. We're looking for scholarships. We're keeping our eye open to opportunities online, but then we're also feeling confident that the government has released some funds to sponsor children to go to tertiary education. Yeah. So that's what we're doing at the moment, just keeping a close eye to any kind of application, keeping in touch with the girls, finding out what they're doing, how far they're going, is there anything new, and then working hand in hand, mostly over the phone, the internet, and whenever we can, we get to meet in person and talk. That's what we're doing. Yeah.
Thank you, Sunga.
Thank you.
Denise, this is Heidi Johnson-Bixby. I'm the treasurer for the Giving Circle. And just because we recognize the success of the girls and this growing need of those that have made it through high school and wanting to go on either for a trade or a college degree, we are in the process of developing a program to offer scholarships, which would quite honestly be limited. We don't have enough to fund everyone who would want to go. So having the criteria for the mentors to be able to filter who they might bring forward as someone as for a scholarship from the Giving Circle. But it is something we're in the process of developing because we recognize the need.
Oh, thank you, Heidi. That's awesome. And if you need any help, I've got lots of experience in that arena too, in terms of scholarship applications and criterion and that kind of stuff. So feel free to ask if you need help.
Right, we might run what we've done so far past you. Thanks.
Okay, sure.
That's great. Thank you, Heidi. Thank you, Denise. Heidi, we also have Kalinda, who used to work with Time and Tide on their scholarship program. And she's also quite keen to help us figure out what ours should look like. But we can talk about that at another time. Is there any other questions? Anything you want to know from the mentors while we have them?
I don't have a question. This is Heidi again, but I do want to echo Paige and Denise's comments of how grateful we are of the work you're doing with the girls and boys.
Yeah. Yeah, very grateful. And I'm also so amazed by this creative expressions, the difference that it has made. I mean, we don't really get to hear the feedback, like, because I've seen reports and I've read through information, but to hear it firsthand of the difference it actually makes in someone's life, the confidence it builds, it's quite amazing, and it's a lot of energy to make it happen, to put this contest together every year, and to know that it's more than just a fundraising effort, but it's an effort that builds confidence and helps a girl and boy discover their talents and their dreams. It's quite powerful. It's quite amazing. So we at the top of the hour today, we also launching Creative Expressions 2023, and Procedures just arrived again. She's having such bad network. Hey, Procedure. Shame. So we're going to post the link in the chat. Devin, if you can do that, you would have got the newsletter as well about the Creative Expressions launching today. There's some really amazing things there, some entries. We've got a little guy that made a guitar, and there's a model made out of grass stuck together. Poetry. This 10-year-old girl gets up and talks about education, the most darling young girl, and I can't sway anybody, but really it's amazing. Somebody else talking about confidence and why confidence is important. And then this year, for the very first time, we've involved the first year alumni, because they're in between. They haven't started college and they finished school. So we started our first year alumni, and we've got 6 amazing entries of the alumni. So when you have some time, go and have a look, support them. So because you're supporting a young life, you're helping them build confidence. So it's a great opportunity. Thank you so much for being here today. Procedure, so sorry about your network. Before we disappear, does anyone want to ask Procedure a question before she disappears again? Otherwise, we at the top of the hour, and we very grateful for your support and grateful that you've joined this call today.
Thank you, Wendy.
Thanks, Wendy. Thanks, everyone. It's so great to see you. And I'm very excited about Creative Expressions. Tell everybody. Jerry, get out there and spread the word.
Yes. Thanks, Paige. Thank you, Jerry.
Thanks,
Yeah.
everyone.
Thank you so much, Sunga, Racheal, and Procedure, for your contribution today. I'm very, very grateful that you've joined this call and shared your wisdom with us. Touched by it. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much, Wendy. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Denise. It's nice to see you.
Thank you. Thank you, Wendy. Hi, Paige. Hi, Denise. Nice seeing you.
Hi,
So nice to
Devin.
see everybody. Bye, Rachel.
Bye.
We'll stop the recording if anybody wants to hang on, they can.